Hello, all you fantastic human beings, and welcome to another episode of the Scene Snobs Reviews. I'm your host, Casey the Madman Plot. Mick messed up and let me be in charge of one of these today. Hooray! So today I've decided to review for you a movie that actually kind of shocked me. So I'm excited to relay it to you, and hopefully you might get something out of it too. The movie is Till Death. Now, this movie marks the directorial debut of S.K. Dale. It was written by Jason Carvey, who prior to this wrote and directed A New Wave, and you do not have to bother looking that up. Just skip right on by. I even said that. This one was released by Screen Media Films, and it is currently streaming on Netflix, which is interesting because they had the whole Gerald's Game thing too. So this falls pretty much in line with that. Just, not done by Stephen King. Now, this was shot in August 2020. This was during pandemic times. It was supposed to be shot in March of 2020. They wound up having to push back production, and it was shot in Sofia, Bulgaria. Now, it's starring Megan Fox, who, for me personally, she's all right. She's fine. She's a decent actress. Jennifer's Body was great. She's really good in that. She was never much of a draw for me. It was like, okay, I take her or leave her. She's a decent actress. But in this role, she blew me away. She did a really good job. She has to basically carry a body for a good portion of this film, and she really pulled it off. I mean, there's some terror, some real fear in those scenes, and she conveys that very well. She did a fantastic job in that role. Ian Mackin plays an awesome corpse, and we hear his voice, which is pretty cool. That's about it, though. His character is pretty much kaput within the first 10 minutes of this movie getting rolling. Really good character, though. In the beginning of this movie, Megan Fox and Ian are a married couple, and we see very clearly she's been cheating on him. They're unhappy, not really in love. He's clearly got something else going on. He's not right. He's very distant. And they basically reach a point where they drive off to this cabin where they're supposed to spend a romantic weekend, and instead he winds up handcuffing himself to her and then blowing his brains out. It's nuts. So they do a heck of a job in the first 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of really getting you rolling. So it's pretty wild and it's very jarring. The scene is done very well, and the entire process of Megan Fox's character kind of realizing what's going on and taking it all in and trying to figure out what to do next and where do you go, what do you look for. It was really good, really good. So I highly recommend it. Based on that alone, like you can get about 30 minutes in and then decide if you want to stick around past that. But it was riveting. Callan Mulvey then pops in a little later on down the line here. We get to him he shows up as one of these people who's sent then to kill Megan Fox, or at least make sure she's dead, as was set up by the husband. As you go along, it's a pretty straightforward thriller of just kind of unfolding the story. You're learning more about what happened. We're following along as she's learning, we're learning, and it was done well. And then Callan Mulvey shows up, and it's just a nightmare human. He and his partner Jimmy, and they just it's brutal. They're pretty brutal bad guys. They do a very, very good job. We also have at one point the gentleman that Megan Fox's character is cheating on her husband with, played by Emil Mean. And Emil Mean is a good actor. And unfortunately, in this role, his character's an idiot. He's just a moron. And I guess you have to have one. He's terrible. It's almost like they kind of inverted that role of having the bimbo woman. He's kind of the bimbo dude who it's like, why are you making these awful decisions that don't seem to line up at all? That part took me out of it. That was kind of bad writing, but all in all, the rest of it makes up for it in a big way. It's very straightforward. Like I said, you're not going to get a lot of twists. You're going to get a good story, a good thriller with moments of really good suspense that kind of get your heart racing. So I recommend it. I say give it a watch. It's worth one. I'm on my second viewing, and I would definitely go for another. So it's very good. And that's what I've got for y'all today. I hope you've enjoyed this little snippet. I give it a 3 out of 5 chainsaws, keeping in the Halloween perspective and love here that we have on the Scene Snobs for our October. So if you're looking for a fun one to have on during the afternoon, fun little thriller you can just kick back and relax to, I'd say Till Death is the one you should watch. So thanks a lot. I hope you all be well. Be kind to each other.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, and you can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, or you can check it out on any podcast platform or our YouTube channel anytime after that. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. If you guys want to join, check us out over on thescenesnobs.com. We have links for everything. The Scene Snobs merch store is open. You can check that out too. Links again on the site. Or like, follow, and subscribe on all of our social media. Again, head over to thescenesnobs.com. It's all there for you guys. Love you.